Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as you know, it's kind of back to school, so I thought it'd be a great idea for me to share some of the tips and tricks I use in applying for college and things I did to kind of like enhance my resume. So this is mainly for you juniors and seniors, and I hope you guys find this video useful. I'm actually refilming this because my first one, my SD card was like not working, so whatever. I will do better this time. So I have a little list to go through. First off, I would definitely say plan ahead and start researching your schools very, very early. So I started looking at schools when I was in sophomore year, mainly because I had no idea, what I wanted to do. No, that's wrong. I started researching schools my sophomore year because I just didn't know where I wanted to be. So my parents took me down to Virginia and to like Pennsylvania and all these different places just to see if I'd like anything other than like the New England area. So definitely start researching your schools ahead, especially if you like want to get committed for an athletic scholarship. Obviously, you should be getting your videos and stuff like that, recruitment done, starting your applications for that. So the first thing that like kind of brings you into your gateway, I hate this video already. The first gateway into your college experience comes with usually your SATs and your ACTs. So I definitely suggest studying for those, getting maybe some prep. You don't have to have a tutor or anything, but definitely taking the time to sit down and put some effort into it because they do count. I know maybe not so much for you seniors this year. I don't think a lot of schools are taking your SATs or ACTs due to the coronavirus. I know there's a lot of cancellations and stuff. So leaving that be, that's going to make you a little more motivated to build up your resume or do more activities that you enjoy, that you're passionate about. You don't have to do a lot, but it's definitely helpful to pick one or two things that you can stick through with your years in high school, this would be good for a freshman to listen to too, because I played tennis and volleyball, which I ended up sticking more competitively with tennis, so I played all 4 years, or 3 years I guess, and that was something I was like passionate about. So just try to stick with one thing and it kind of sets you apart from other people. But like I said, definitely start researching your schools and maybe visiting before if you'd want to. And so this goes out to the seniors and future juniors that will be seniors. Definitely start your applications early. I suggest starting at least your college essay during the summer. If anything, try to finish it before you go back to school, just so you can get that done and out of the way, because I know applications can be a lot of work because you just have general information you need to fill out. Then you have like all these extracurriculars and things you do outside of school and inside of school. So that just in itself takes a while. Never mind like all of the supplements you're going to have to do for certain schools. So I applied to a lot of schools and I tried to get all of mine done in my early action. So as many as I could get done early action, I pushed through and got them done. Because the longer you wait for finishing all of your applications, like the more you procrastinate them. Because my regular decisions were so difficult because I just didn't sometimes want to sit there and do it. And so what I thought would be me finishing all my applications before Christmas break ended up being me finishing them the day we got back from Christmas break. So definitely, if you're looking into early action, consider trying to get as many as you can done. As well as if you're doing early decision, I personally did not do early decision because I didn't want to commit to one school. I was very open-minded in seeing what every school kind of has to offer me and like balancing everything. And I just didn't fall in love with one school like completely, so I didn't want to commit. But a lot of people do fall in love with one school and know that it's for them, and like they have all the academic programs. I definitely suggest when you're looking into schools, ask about their food. You want to make sure you're comfortable there, so make sure you like the location. Ask about food, housing, living life, but also make sure they have like your academic programs. A lot of the schools that I had looked into ended up not having academic programs that like fit my needs, so I didn't end up applying there. So I definitely suggest like if you're going to commit to a school, especially ED, like make sure they have everything you want, or at least as much as you desire, I guess. And like I said, you want to see if you like the location, if you want to go farther or closer to home. And clubs and stuff too are very important, because for me, I know my music teacher really wanted me to look into schools with a big a cappella club, because I do sing. And so, I mean, I didn't put that as like a top option, but I am going to a school that has a great a cappella group that I'm probably going to join. For your college essay, definitely have a peer editor write your college essay. I know a lot of schools, I know at least at my school, we had like a little time in my English course where like we devoted some time to making sure our college essays were good, stuff like that. But at that point, I had already had my college essay done and wanted it finished by then. But definitely have someone you trust or you think would be good for editing your essay to read and kind of tear it apart and see if it's enjoyable. Another tip for college essays is don't write something that is kind of generic. I would say it doesn't have to be a big moment in your life, but definitely pick something that it doesn't even have to have like a ton of meaning, but it could be something that you really enjoy or are passionate about, but it's a little thing in your life. I've heard stories about a girl writing about like how much she loves pizza and stuff like that. Like it could be literally anything. It doesn't have to be like a huge momentous moment. So definitely take that into account as well. This is kind of like a short video, I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like I would need you guys to ask me specific questions. So if you do want to ask me specific questions, I'll leave my Instagram down below so you can DM me. But the last thing I think I really wanted to say was that make a checklist for pretty much everything. I made a checklist for all the early actions, all my regular decisions. I made one big checklist of all the schools I had. I made a checklist. I made checklists, but I also made spreadsheets so that I knew what school had what, how much they cost, what scholarships they had that I could apply for, deadlines. Definitely make a deadline checklist, which there's also websites for that as well, like Naviance, I'm sure schools have access to. So definitely make a checklist, because it's honestly, you get more things done when you write it down on paper and cross it off. And even having a spreadsheet. I had a spreadsheet for, once I started getting admitted to schools, I had a spreadsheet for the schools that admitted me, the schools that denied me, because usually your high school will ask you about that at the end of the year for maybe results or something like that. So I made the spreadsheet and like how much money people offered me and stuff like that. It's just really helpful and useful, and it makes you feel more organized, and it literally gives you a breath of fresh air, because it is a little overwhelming. But my biggest tip for you guys, definitely seniors, try to enjoy your senior year. Especially, I know the first semester is kind of tough with all these applications, but if you try to space them out, I know you have homework, but take the time and use your time management skills to plan everything out and get it done, because the faster you get it done, the easier it is to enjoy your senior year. But just make sure you're still going to football games and basketball games and all the stuff, if we even have them this year. I don't know if your school is still having them, but just try to enjoy it and make it the best it can be. So good luck, and if you want to ask me more questions, I'll link my Instagram down below. Feel free to ask me anything, and yeah, thanks for watching my video.